One hard shoulder changed everything. With 42 seconds left in Phoenix's 93-80 win, Dallas guard DiJonai Carrington barreled through Satou Sabally on a dead ball cut. The flagrant whistle came late, benches emptied even faster, and by the time security pulled everyone apart, the real eruption had shifted online. #ProtectCaitlin flashed across timelines within minutes, not because Clark was in the building, but because Carrington's history already lived in fan memory. The notorious eye poke that sidelined the WNBA's biggest draw last fall. The hit that lit the fuse. Rewind the tape. Dallas, drowning at 1-9, had just watched Sabally slice them up for 20 points and a double. Carrington, desperate to spark something, swung a forearm into Sabally's ribs and followed with a shove. Officials upgraded it to a flagrant one. Cameras caught Sabally glaring, Carrington jawing, and Mercury vet Alyssa Thomas sprinting in to play peacemaker. Sabally waved the chirping away, but Carrington lurched forward again, sparking a semicircle of green and purple jerseys, arms outstretched and tempers frayed. The handshake line vanished, security herded both squads down separate tunnels, and an investigation memo hit every general manager's inbox before sunrise. By breakfast, leaks pointed to a hefty fine and a possible multi-game suspension, repeat offender, becoming the whispered label attached to Carrington's file. Worse for Dallas, the loss had dropped them to 1-10. A record that kills locker room morale and sours would-be free agents. We beat ourselves. Their coach sighed at the post-game presser, but every highlight package disagreed. Carrington's cheap shot and Sabally's scoreboard grin looped across every sports network and TikTok feed. Losing with the league's newest villain in your jersey hurts even more. The Sabally shove wasn't an isolated footnote. It was Chapter 3 in a season of collisions. 8 months earlier, Carrington's swipe for a passing lane left Caitlin Clark's eye black and swollen during a playoff opener. No flagrant, no foul, just a freeze frame that turned into a meme and a rallying cry. Fast forward to May. Carrington yanked a Sparks rookie down by her braid, earning an ejection. A week later, she flattened Skylar Diggins on a fast break, another flagrant, another fine. Broadcasters now cue a Carrington Watch graphic whenever the Wings appear on national TV. The storyline practically writes itself. A talented defender whose physical edge keeps slipping over the cliff. Saturday Morning Analytics told the story. #ProtectCaitlin peaked at nearly 150,000 mentions an hour, even though Clark was hundreds of miles away. The logic was blunt. If Carrington would deck an old teammate like Sabally, what happens the next time Dallas shares hardwood with Indiana? The worry feels justified. During Clark's recent quad-strain absence, national TV ratings cratered. Executives did the math. Star safety equals profit. Recklessness risks dollars. For many viewers, policing Carrington is no longer about fairness. It's about guarding the league's cash register. Lost in the scuffle was Sabally's own renaissance. The 14 blockbuster that shipped her from Dallas to Phoenix already looked lopsided. Sabally had poured in 20-plus in her Mercury debut and hadn't cooled since. Facing her old club, she punched in a 2010 line and clamped the Wings on defense. Exactly the two-way impact Dallas now sorely lacks. In the tunnel afterward, Sabally shrugged off questions about the altercation with one word, scoreboard, and walked away smiling. Phoenix got a franchise pillar. Dallas got the headache. Carrington can lock up a point guard, but she can't defend a PR crisis. Commissioner Kathy Engelber spent the preseason touting record sponsorships and a coming media rights auction. That optimism now hinges on two imperatives: harness the controversy or get engulfed by it. After a spring of missed whistles on Clark, Aja Wilson, and Alyssa Thomas, the Players' Union is demanding full-time referees and harsher flagrant penalties. Corporate partners whisper about brand safety. One retailer's marketing VP put it plainly in an email that leaked an hour after the Sabally shove. Our logo can't appear beside black eye highlights. Carrington's edge may excite diehards, but boardrooms prefer their superstars upright and smiling. Circle the date. July 3, primetime rematch at Footprint Center. The league prays. Clark's healed quad is firing, Sabally's jumper still hot, and Carrington, well, either newly restrained or freshly suspended. StubHub reported a 200+% spike in resale searches within 24 hours of the foul. If Carrington dials back the contact, the narrative becomes redemption. If she doubles down, the league risks another viral blackout. Coaches privately prep both scenarios. Fans, meanwhile, already have their memes drafted. Clark as a knight, Carrington drawn with cartoon bullhorns. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Controversy sells, right up to the moment it starts costing more than it brings in. The NBA's Bird Magic era thrived on rivalry, then stumbled when ugly brawls overshadowed artistry. The WNBA now teeters on that same knife's edge. Carrington's bruising style keeps highlight reels humming, but it also jeopardizes the surge that Clark ignited. A fine is one thing, a fractured orbital bone is another. The next disciplinary ruling will broadcast the league's priorities: entertainment value or player safety. If stars can't trust the whistle, they'll think twice about attacking the rim, and the product slides back toward niche status. Instant karma, they say, arrives in the form you least expect. For DiJonai Carrington, it looked like Satou Sabally's grin on the Jumbotron. 20 points up, a flagrant on the board, and cameras capturing every second of a remorse-free walk-off. But the broader karmic bill may hit harder. League officials dissecting film, sponsors scrutinizing footage, and fans ready to unleash another #avalanche if one more marquee name hits the deck. The W doesn't need saints, but it can't survive unchecked chaos. Not when a single quad strain already sliced ratings in half. So what's the right penalty? A fine, a multi-game exile, or the cold glare of public scorn? Drop your verdict below, and remember, if the league's brightest lights get snuffed out by cheap shots, it won't just be Carrington paying the price. Every fan with a ticket, every brand with a contract, and every kid in a Clark jersey feels the blow. Choose wisely, WNBA, because the next hit might land where no amount of money can mend it.